Okay, I consider it a great honor to welcome our today's session chair, Dr. Khalil Ahmed sir, and it's a great privilege me to introduce Dr. Khalil Ahmed profile in front of you. Dr. Khalil Ahmed is currently working as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Information Technology, MANUU, Hyderabad. He has completed his post-graduation MTech in Information Security, and he holds a PhD in Computer Science and Engineering. His research areas are blockchain technology, cybersecurity, cryptography, and opportunistic network. He has published 35 papers in referred national and international journals and conferences. Like Springer, elsewhere, ACM, Taylor and Francis, IEEE, Inder Science, Bentham Science, Tech Science Press. Also published 7 book chapters in Springer, CRC Press, IGI Global, and Valley. He has visited the National Defense University of Malaysia, UPNM, an international trip to Malaysia as a visiting faculty behalf of the department from MANUU. Sir has filed 2 international patents from Malaysia, which is a great contribution to the department and to the university as a whole. He has edited 1 book for Springer titled Functional Encryption and 2 books for Taylor and Francis. The first book titled Opportunistic Network Mobility Models, Protocol Security and Privacy, and the second book titled Emerging Security Algorithms and Techniques. He has completed successfully a funded project of rupees 1,05,000. He has delivered invited talks and guest lectures in the universities and the conferences, and also chaired the sessions at the international conferences. In addition to this, Sir has also organized special sessions in many international conferences like IEEE GCCE in the year 2016 in Japan, IEEE GCCE in the year 2017 Japan. He is also a life member of various international and national research societies like ISTECRSI and IACSIT Singapore, etc. In addition to this, he is associated with many international research organizations as an editorial board member and reviewer. Sir also awarded with the best paper awards in the international conferences. Like Sir presented a paper on secure mobile commerce in ad hoc network using CAE C2M in second international conference on recent trends in computer science and electronics at Malaysia in the year 2017, and also honored with an award of research excellence. And recently Sir has awarded a best paper award in one of the international conference which was organized by JNU New Delhi in December 2020. Sir, finally I once again welcome you as a session chair in this paper presentation, sir. Sir, please.
Thank you, sir, for introducing me.
With your kind permission, sir, shall I call the authors to present the paper?
Yes, please call to the first presenter, please.
Okay, I would like to call the first presenter. The title is as follows: Software Defined Networks in IoT Devices Overview. The author name is Mr. MD Rashid Yusuf.
Yes, sir. Muhammad Rashid.
I would like to call MD Rashid Yusuf. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Before going to start, I just want to give a small, instruction. Kindly try to wind up your presentation up to 10 minutes, and
Sure,
followed by 3 to 5 minutes for question and answer session. Please don't extend your time so that we can complete our session within a stipulated time. So please
Yes,
continue. Kindly switch on your video if possible. That will be a good for the recording purpose, which will motivate to the other, participations.
Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to everyone, respected faculty and the dear friends and participants. I am Muhammad Rashid, and presenting this paper, software SDN overview in the IoT. And my PPT is shareable, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. My paper title is Software Defined Network in IoT Devices. This is the comparative study. IoT, Internet of Things, this is the facilitates billions of the devices to be enabled with the network connectivity to collect the exchange real-time information for providing the intelligent services. Everything day by day connect to the devices with the internet, and this facilitate the very fast services nowadays. Till till the year 2020, IoT considered of and the estimated 30 billion devices. That means 30 million devices are connected in 2020. IoT allows connected devices to be controlled and accessed remotely in the presence of adequate network infrastructure. And unfortunately, traditional network technologies such as enterprise network and classic time-based transport protocol are not capable of handling such as requirement of IoT in the efficient, scalable, and seamless and cost-effective manners. This is the contents of IoT and um, introduction to IoT and software defined networks and traditional network versus SDN network and SDN architecture and types of SDN software defined network models. What are those models and what is the different benefits of the SDN in IoT, SDN architecture in IoT, and some existing of SDN in IoT and some pros and cons. This is the simple diagram of Internet of Things. This is depicted in the figure. Everything is connected to the internet, whether it is car and bulb and the electricity and the mobile and computer. And this is the purpose of IoT. How to connect the internet facility to every devices. And software, next is the software defined networks, which software defined network is a network architecture uh, which approach that enables the network to be intelligently and centrally control or program using by the software application. कि किस तरह से हम जो है प्रोग्राम को यूज़ करते हुए, प्रोग्रामिंग को और सॉफ्टवेयर को डिफरेंट यूज़ करते हुए कि एक सेंट्रली कंट्रोल हम करते हैं इसमें, कि हर एक डिवाइस जो है कि वो सेंट्रली कनेक्टेड की जाती है, कि उसमें जो कि एसडीएन कंट्रोलर होता है उसके थ्रू हर एक डिवाइस जो है कंट्रोल की जाती है. तो दिस हेल्प ऑपरेटर्स मैनेज द एंटायर नेटवर्क consistently and as whole, and regardless of the underlying network technology, it uses the software based controllers or application programming interface to communicate with the underlying the hardware infrastructure and direct traffic on network. And what is the difference between the traditional network and the software based networks? कि इसके अंदर क्या इस मतलब कि क्या डिफरेंसेस है, कि ये उसमें हम ये शो करेंगे कि what is the conventional network work and what is the SDN, how to SDN network work. Conventional network are the hardware based, purely hardware based, and conventional network device consist of router or switches that have control plane and control control plane and the data plane. And what is the control plane and the data plane? The control plane refers to all the functions and the processes that determine which part to use to send the packet or frame. Key how to communicate. And data plane refers to all functions and processes that forward packets or frame from the one interface to the another interface based on the control plane logic. Key this is transferring or the packets of the frames based on the control plane logic. And also, and on the other hand, SDN software defined network are software based. Instead of every router making decision based on its control plane, the task is centralized to common controller called the SDN control. The task is performed by the SDN controller, software defined network controller. That is instruct each router on how to send the data from destination to another. In conventional network, the routers make decision based only on the neighboring connected devices. This is the router, suppose, and it is यानी इससे क्या है, ये नोन है कि इसी की बुनियाद पर क्या है वो आगे डिसीजन लेगा, लेकिन एसडीएन में ऐसा नहीं है. In conventional network, the router makes decision based on neighboring connected devices. In SDN, the SDN controller looks the on the network as a whole by accessing the traffic and the load on all routers. It can make the best information decision for message transfer, then makes the decision. And in SDN, the traditional network requires new hardware to increase its network capacity. And in SDN, the SDN software defined network become popular alternative to traffic traditional network and traditional network because its late IT administrator provision resources and bandwidth as needed without requiring any investment of additional physical infrastructure. There is no need another resources and cost because everything is okay in the software defined network. What is the structure of software defined architecture? There is 3-layer architecture in the software defined network, which are here. First is application layer and control layer and infrastructure layer. In SDN architecture model, there are 3 layers. The application layer, which is consists of end user businesses, applications, and that consume the SDN communication services. In this layer, there is the end user business application oriented, and every user can service provide here. And second is the control layer. Control layer, this is the layer which consists the SDN controllers, which belongs to the control plane, and it provides the logically centralized control functionality that supervises the network forwarding behavior through an open interfaces. Third layer is the infrastructure layer. The infrastructure layer consists of containing the network elements such as router and another things. It provides the packet switching and forwarding. This is depicted is here. First is the application, which network application is the network services having the control plane, and the data plane is the infrastructure layer. There are some differentiation between demonstration between traditional network and the software defined network. In the software defined network, sorry, traditional network, there is some switches and control plane in it here, and data planes, network nodes bound to a specific hardware. In the traditional network, every device or every router is bound to the specific hardware. Limited control and programmability. There is limitation of program and the control. High barrier to network modification, and this is the difficult to modification in a network devices in the in case of traditional network. And in case of software defined network, enables external management and programmatic control, because this is the purely programmatic control and devices. Single plane glass view of the entire network enables development of the large scale and modular data center. We can scalable for the large application, and we can easily modify it here, because this is the software based network. Next is types of SDN model. Key, what does the different types of SDN model? While premise the centralized software controlling the flow of data in switching and router applies to the software defined networking, there are different models of SDN. First is the open SDN or controlled by API. Open SDN or controlled by API. And second is SDN overlay model, and third one is hybrid SDN model. Open SDN or controlling by the API model, there is networking administrator used a protocol like OpenFlow to control the behavior of virtual and physical switches at the data plane level. Basically, this
I'm
model,
sorry
yeah,
for interruption, Rashid. Kindly try to conclude the presentation.
okay, thank you, sir. And there is the using the southbound interface, and in case of the open SDN model, southbound interface and the northbound interface. Southbound interface, which is the connection between the physical network devices and the SDN controller, and northbound interface, which connection interface between the SDN controller and the application. What is the open flow? It is originally defined the communication protocol in SDN architecture that enable the SDN controller to directly interact with the forwarding plane of the network devices such as switches and the routers. Second model is the SDN overlay model, which is the run on the virtual network on the top of the existing hardware infrastructure, and creating dynamic tunnels to different on premises and the remote data centers. The virtual network, which allocates bandwidth over the variety of channels and the assign devices to each channel, and leaving the physical network untouched. So this is the simple structure and diagram of the overlay network model. And third one is the hybrid model. Hybrid SDN model and software defined network model. So this combines the software-defined networking with with traditional networking protocol in one environment to support the different function on network. A standard networking protocol continue direct some traffic, and while SDN takes on responsibility for the other traffic, allowing networking administrator to introduce the SDN in studies. This is the few benefits for accepting the SDN in IoT devices. This provide the agility and the elasticity in the networking. This use in the big data analytics, and SDN control the whole network and the deals with all networking services. This is another benefits of the SDN in IoT. Helps in the portability of connected devices and prevents the leak of the information, and helps with the increased security even in the large load. And last, in the SDN provide the resource allocation, service fulfillment, and the assurance. This is the SDN architecture in IoT. Sorry, this is the IoT architecture in SDN. The gateways and sensor actuator and smart devices. Where is the data coming from these IoT devices? And um, gateway is connected to the cloud gateway, and the after connecting the data preprocessing is here and depicted in the everything is here. Some existing example of SDN in IoT. Where is application in this SDN software defined network? Software defined network used in the wireless sensor networking and software defined local area network, IoT traffic security upgradation. And these are some pros and cons of the SDN. With the exponential growth of the devices, because every year or every time devices are connected to internet, maintaining and the securing such a large scale and the heterogeneous or different network in challenging task. To create the successful and robust IoT, there needs to agility and elasticity in the network, which can be achieved by using the SDN concept. The traditional network are not equipped to deal big data, and this varies the SDN has with the right kind of the management. And to create the successful and the robust IoT, and the agility and the elasticity in the network, which can be achieved by using the SDN. And there are some cons of this concept. However, nothing comes with the infinite pros, because the device and the large scale increases. Uh, it is clear that the centralized controller cannot provide all networking services if the network size becomes large. Because network size being large, there is maybe ineffective allocation of resources and increase the response time. And this is the references of my PPTs, and this is the no, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Rashid.
Thank-
I'm requesting Dr. Khalil Ahmed kindly take it.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Does anyone have query? Audience, please raise the question.
Irfan, Irfan Bhai also here, which is the two writer of this paper, Muhammad Rashid and Irfan Alam, University of
Okay,
Hyderabad.
okay, fine, good.
Irfan Bhai is audible or not?
Yeah, am I audible?
Okay. So,
I'm requesting Irfan Alam kindly on your video.
Okay, okay.
Rashid, tell me one thing. SDN is a hardware or software, or it is a combination of the hardware and software?
Sir, it is a combination of hardware and software. This is a purely software based.
It is totally software based.
Yes, sir. But
It is not a
hardware
hard.
but it is using the hardware, some router and some devices.
No, no. Where will we install the SDN? It is a software or it is a combination of hardware and software?
Software.
Software.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes.
Is it secure?
Yes, sir.
And because you told, and the every device is connected through the SDN as well as controlled by the SDN. So my question is that it is secure, 100% secure.
Yes, sir. It is secure, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes,
If
sir.
anyone
And
if anyone wants to ask the question,
I'm requesting from the audience kindly help.
I'm sorry, sir.
wait,
I could not on the video because due to the some network problem
no,
that day.
no, sure, please switch off your video. Hamza,
Yes,
Hamza.
yes, sir. I am here.
Yeah, you are here. You are also working on the SDN, so please you ask the question.
Sir, my question is simple. I want to know from our friend Rashid,
Yeah.
Yes.
which one is adopted the another? Is DN adopted IoT or IoT adopted SDN?
Uh, IoT adopted SDN.
Sorry.
IoT adopted. IoT adopts SDN.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Mr. Khalil sir, can we proceed to the next question?
Okay.
Thank you, sir,
Yes.
Thank you,
respected
Rashid.
sir, and the participants for
Yes.
your time here.
Thank you, Rajesh. Please close your PPT. Pastor sir, please call to the.
Okay, sir. I
Please.
will stopping.
Yeah. Uh,
Sir,
Pastor.
excuse me.
Yes.
Mohammed Irfan Alam is the
Yes.
second writer. Please
Okay.
mention here in the PPT another certificate.
Okay. Fine. Fine. And noted. Noted, Rashid.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Uh, uh,
I'm requesting Nayyar Irfan kindly note this point.
Nayyar, Nayyar, mute yourself. Nayyar, mute yourself. Yeah.
एक्चुअली पाशा सर आपके माइक से आ रही है आवाज.
Yes.
Sir, excuse me. I want to go for namaz because I could not perform the namaz.
Yeah, I'm requesting the other presentation, the
Okay, Rashid.
author, Muhammad
Thank you.
Arshad. Muhammad Arshad, his title is A Critical Review of Detection and Tracking of Two-Wheelers Traffic Rule Violations. Mr. Rashid, requesting kindly share your PPT and switch on your videos.
Pastor sir. Yes.
Yes,
After
sir.
that, please, after the 10 minutes, please give a small beep, or because we don't have enough time. So everyone has to finish the presentation within 12 to 15 minutes. 10 minutes for the
Okay, sir,
presentation and 2 to 3 minutes for the question and answer session.
Fine, sir. Fine.
Okay. Sir.
Hello. Sir, is my screen visible to you, sir?
Yes, your screen is visible. Kindly put it in a slideshow.
Okay, sir. Is it okay, sir?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. I am Muhammad Arshad, and my co-author is Dr. Pradeep Kumar. On behalf of our team, I will be presenting my paper entitled on a critical review, detection and tracking of two-wheelers traffic rule violation. So before going to start our presentation, first I want to go through the outline of my presentation. So in this presentation, I would like to discuss about introduction, objective, literature survey, challenges, issues, methodology, discussion, conclusion, and future work. So to start with the introduction. In the domain of computer vision, object detection is a challenging and well-known complex problem nowadays. A lot of research is going on in this very same area. We all know motorcycles always primary and popular mode of transportation because it's easy, cheap, and comfortable. Till now, 2019, there are 37 million of two-wheelers vehicles was registered officially in India. As the number of vehicles are increases simultaneously, road accidents also increases rapidly, or we can say that exponentially due to the inadequate implementation of traffic rules across the country. Uh, in country like India, about 17 road accidents reported every hour, and according to the report of MATE's motorcycles accident in depth study reported 68.7% two-wheelers accident reported who bike rider who could not or who have not wear the helmet, and uh, and the manual process of detection of helmet detection is not feasible. In India, India is facing a great challenges in monitoring traffic rule violations manually to identify bike rider wearing a helmet or not through CCTV footage. Moreover, it is not easy task to monitor manually each and every person who is wearing helmet or not. So in this paper, to deal with this problem in this paper, we did literature survey, find some issues and challenges, and present a framework to automate the task of monitoring two-wheelers traffic rule violations, so that we can minimize the road accident fatality rate. In this system will detect and retrieve information about the bike riders without helmet, wrong side driving, overloading of the two-wheelers, line crossing, etc. Automatically, and detect the number plate of that bike, and save the vehicle number in the database to charge the fine. So basically, the objective of my paper is to study an existing system for detection of bike rider without helmets and to identify issues and challenges in the existing system, and to propose a framework for an intelligent system for detection and tracking of bike riders who violates the traffic rules, and the comparison and analysis of existing system. So we know that it is a very emerging area, computer vision, and over the past few years, a lot of work has been done by the researcher in the domain of computer vision, mainly the problem related to the object detection and classification. I have selected 35 papers related to object detection, helmet detections, vehicle detections, and done some literature survey. And out of 35 papers, some papers are shown here. Uh, the very first paper I would like to discuss about, which is implemented, proposed by Padmini and his fellow researcher in year 2020. They proposed a real-time automatic detection of motorcyclists with and without a safety helmet. They propose a model which trained on COCO datasets. They use basically HOG, means histogram of oriented gradient, and linear SVM. In this paper, they achieve 87% of accuracy. Uh, In this paper, we found that low resolution images leads to the misclassification of the task, and it leads to the downgrade the performance of the model. And the second paper I would like to discuss about real-time license plate detections for non-helmet motorcyclists using Euro. This paper was published by Jamso and his fellow researcher, proposed real-time license plate detections. Basically, they collected 1600 images manually, and they mainly focused on improving the detections of number plate as well as helmet detections. They achieve 96% of accuracy, but this system is not able to differentiate between the helmet and the cap. Uh, so to tackle this problem, we can solve this problem by capturing different types of helmet cap data and train the model accordingly, so that we can improve the performance of the model. And another paper, Yoga Me proposed deep learning based model. Uh, they used basically Gaussian mixture model to detect foreground and perform labeling. And after performing the labeling, they used Foster RCNN method to detect the motorcyclist, and again further they used the motorcyclist data as an input, and train the model using the fast RCNN. And basically the findings of this paper is images which are such as like night vision view and any weather condition increases the misclassification rate. And the fourth paper entitled is an enhanced approach for detection helmet on motorcyclist using image processing and machine learning, written by Talawkar. They used methodologies like SVM, MLP, logistic regression, and it found that these methodologies uses more computation power. And the next paper I would like to discuss about Espinosa. Paper entitled is motorcycle detection and classification in a urban scenario using a model based on faster RCNN. Uh, the findings of this paper is basically problem while dealing with the oscillation and overlapping object as well as the movement of the camera. Means there is a problem of jitter control, yeah, camera jitter. This kind of problem is there, and uh, and also I want to discuss paper about P. Domala. The a paper entitled is Helmet Wearing Detection in Thailand using HAR-like features and Satchel HAR transformation on image processing. Basically, what they have done, they use decision tree classifier with data host and circle transformation to build the model. The experimental result shows that it works effectively for the like very sparse data, and it doesn't perform well in the case of dense data. And another findings of this paper is without detecting vehicle first, it tried to detect helmet. That increase computational requirement and also chances of misclassification. Because sometimes people used to hold the helmet in hand while riding. So these kind of problem leads to misclassification. So so after a lot of review have done of helmet detections, and we found that there are some key issues that are identified while doing literature review, like limited training data, camera jitter, low resolutions of image, different angle of videos, direction of motions, temporal changes in conditions like fogging, raining, and storm. Also, the one kind of problem in temporal changes. And video recorded from the long distance also lead to the false classification because there may be the chances of overlapping of the objects. And the final one is real-time implementation. So what do you mean by limited training data? Means most of the studies shows that the misclassification of bike rider with helmet or without helmet because of training data. If we capture different scenario, it certainly increase the performance of the model. And uh, with the limited training data, we can see that we can't distinguish between the cap and helmet and as shown in the figure 1, 2, and 3. So this leads to the false classification of the data. And the second challenge is camera determinants. In some cases, camera may not be static. It can be moved frequently due to the physical influences, so that their intensity of the eye and eye plus one frame are different. This may be lead to the misclassification of the object detections. And the third challenge we found that the camouflage. Basically, camouflage means hide or overlapping or disappearing objects. In the figure, we can see that background and foreground pixel intensities are the same. This lead to the problem of camouflage. Basically, most of the object detection techniques is work on background substitution algorithm, which is work on the pixel and color intensities. So we cannot distinguish between the for background and foreground that leads to the problem of camouflage. And
Arshad,
yes, sir.
Sorry for the interruption. Try to wind up. Try to conclude. The time is over already.
Okay, sir. Okay, the next generation challenges may be lower resolution of the images and the direction of the motion, and the temporal changes in the weather. We can see that outdoor videos showing the low visibility, winter storm conditions, or raining condition, or when there is a snowfall, there may be some temporal changes in the weather that causes the false positive, or we can say that the fall predictions of the model. And we propose a framework to implement detection of tracking of two-wheelers traffic rule violation. Basically, we divided the whole task into the 9 sub modules. What we will do? First, we will do background modeling and identification of moving object from CCTV footage and capture the information related to the moving object and non-moving objects, and perform classification operation to classify the two-wheelers and non-two-wheelers. Okay, and after that, at the same time, we can also identify the cross line at the junction. And after that, after classification is done, then non two-wheeler data will discarded, and two-wheeler image basically taken into the consideration and for identification of uh, helmet detections. So we will not directly perform the helmet detection. First, from two-wheeler images data, we will take the upper 1/4 part of the image to helmet for detections. By doing so, we can reduce the computational requirement. After that, we classify helmet and non-helmet detections, and also try to count the number of heads in order to find out overloading of the vehicles. At last, we detect the number plate of bike rider who violates the traffic rules, and store the number plate data in the database, and find charges. So this is the this is a flowchart of my proposed system, and at the end, at the conclusion part, I can say that it helps researchers to understand the existing system thoroughly, and by considering issues and challenges and analysis of this study, helps researcher to implement the system for achieving good accuracy. Our proposed framework helps to implement and record the number plate of the traffic rule violators, and at the end, conclusion of this paper is that if we incorporate discussed issues and challenges and implement it using deep learning, like one stage detectors or two stage detectors like SSD, RetinaNet, uh, we can expect better accuracy of the models. And these are the references of my paper. Thank you.
Thank you, Arshad. I'm handing over to Dr. Khalil Ahmed, sir.
Thank you,
Excuse me,
sir.
sir. Sorry
Yes.
for interruption. पासा सर,
Yes, Nayyar.
2-3 कैंडिडेट को फॉरवर्ड करना है जूम लिंक पे यहाँ से आउट करके। सर का इंस्ट्रक्शन है कन्वेनर।
कौन से?
कोई भी रैंडम 2-3 स्टूडेंट तो जूम डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाए, यहाँ से डिस्कनेक्ट हो, वहाँ पे प्रेजेंटेशन दें।
पासा साहब नवाज को कर दीजिए, पासा साहब नवाज को।
ठीक है, नवाज मल्ला
जी, नवाज मल्ला को ट्रांसफर कर दीजिए।
सिक्योर मल्टी पार्टी लास्ट वाला है, देखिए P18 जो है,
उनको
उसके अलावा कोई और एक दो और
नहीं, बस एक और बचा बस हमारे पास,
बस एक ही बचा हुआ है यहाँ पर।
अच्छा, ठीक है सर।
इनको नवाज को ट्रांसफर कर दो आप। नवाज प्लीज। हाँ,
या आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग नवाज मल्ला, kindly go to the Google Zoom link and present your presentation over there.
Nayyar, please provide the link to the Nawaz Mullah.
Okay, sir. I will forward it to the WhatsApp.
Do you have the mobile number of the Nawaz Mullah?
Yes, I will.
Or maybe you forward me. I forward.
Don't worry, sir. I will forward.
Okay, fine. ठीक है, Nayyar. Yes. Does anyone have query?
Yes, from the audience.
Arshad.
Yes, sir.
What is a classifier in machine learning?
Basically, classifier is machine learning. There are many classifiers like SVM. Basically, what it will do, it will classify the data into some classes based on the your requirement. In SVM, by the hyperplane, we can divide the data. We can divide the object or anything into partitions. Hello. Hello.
Arshad.
Yes, sir.
Is a classifier belong to supervised machine learning or unsupervised learning, or both supervised and unsupervised machine learning?
Sir, it belongs to supervised learning, sir.
अच्छा, okay. Unsupervised में नहीं होता. Are you sure?
Basically, sir, SVM is the classification technique.
ठीक है, प्लीज अब दोबारा पढ़िए इसको, ठीक है? प्लीज पासा सर, प्लीज कॉल टू अनदर प्रेजेंटर.
Okay, sir. Now I am requesting the other author, whose title is A Comparative Study of Indian Higher Education Institutes Websites on the Challenges Regarding the Web Accessibility. The authors are Sheikh Afzal V and Muhim Ahmed sir. So I am requesting Sheikh Afzal, kindly present your PPT. Sheikh Afzal, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm.
Yeah. on your video and share your screen.
Is that visible?
Yes, it is
Okay.
visible. वीडियो ऑन कर लीजिए अपनी.
Actually, I
Excuse me.
connected.
Sorry for interruption. Excuse me. Wait. Mr. Hamza sir,
Yes.
kindly you to join on the Zoom link.
Okay. It is not here only. Okay, fine.
Okay, thank you. Just check your WhatsApp. I have sent to you the.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, sir. Sorry for interruption.
Okay.
Okay, no, no problem.
Shall I start?
Yeah, start. Please start, Sheikh Abdul.
Yes. My topic is a comparative study of Indian higher education institute of national importance. So, what we did is we just analyze the home pages of the higher education website in India regarding the web accessibility. So, in content, I will discuss about introduction, material and methods we use in this study, and result, conclusion, and references. So first, internet. Internet become a integral part of our life, and one of the application is the web. So web or websites. So we can get information regarding anything on internet, and there are 4.66 billion people are using internet, which increased by 7% from last year. And in India, we have 624 million internet users, and this increased by 8% in 2021. And in India, every second person is now connected to internet. And in the WHO report shows that the population of world, out of 15% population, have some kind of disability. It may be native, means from birth, childbirth, or from due to age, or from the it may be due to environment. So we have different type of disability. First disability is a vision disability, or we can say visual impairment disability. So first, either a person may be completely blind, or he can't distinguish between the colors, or he can't judge the distance between the objects. Second, we have mobility disability. So first, what is the disability? Disability is the state of body or mind, which is causing a person to do the normal works. And the second disability we have, it is difficult to use, or unable to use his hand, feet, or arms. Third is we have auditory disability. Here a person may be completely not able to hear, or he may be uh, partially able to hear. Third, we have cognitive disability, where the person have lack of normal problem solving skill. So as a internet or technology, every person should have access to this technology. But as we design anything, they just design for normal person. So this person which have some kind of disability can access this technology by using some hardware or software. The software just once means, among the software, you may use a screen reader to read the content showing on the screen. Or hardware, we have braille input hardware or braille output hardware, or some hearing aids, or some user may need both. So websites consist of the web pages related to a particular information. So they give the information in different form, like multimedia, text, audio, video, uh, or some kind of flash animation type of thing. So what is the web accessibility? The web accessibility is the practicing to make our website used by many people. So this is we have one organization called W3C, which stands for World Wide Web Consortium, who designed the different standard web standards funded by Tim Berners-Lee, and they define a different type of guidelines. From one, they define one WCAG, stands for Web Content Accessibility Guidelines. Here they give some guidelines and some principles. They provide some four principles. Among four, first is perceivable, second is operable, third is understandable, four is robust. In perceivable, the information or user interface component should be able to perceivable by the person. There they define the text uh, text which is not available of, instead of image. So image, if we put image on website, we should give the alternative text. Sometimes it happens that image will not load, or the person which is accessing the website may not able to see the image. So a screen reader or the person can read the alternative text instead of image. Second, we can give the background and foreground. That is a distinction. We can differentiate between the foreground and background. Sometimes the website uses different color combination. Sometimes it is not able to distinguish between the content and the background. And that in perceivable we have, if we change layout means if we are accessing the website in the mobile and same time we are accessing the website in a computer, then we should get that interface, or we can access both website easily. So traditionally we think that the person uh, having a disability only, this person need assistive technology, but sometime it is happened that if we are using mobile devices or any device, or our internet is slow, then we have to give alternative solution to them. So organization or developer thinks that the web accessibility will cost us and give burden on our budget, but it is not true. It will only cost for initial training. After that our budget will be it will take only very less than 2% of our budget. So in this study we selected the educational website in Indian context. So we conducted a study of central government publicly funded universities and IITs and IITs and central universities. So total 116. There are many 180 plus websites, but we consider these IITs and IITs. So first of all, we collected we examined the different accessibility tool, and we defined some parameters to choose a accessibility tool. So first we check is it free or paid service, or it is required any account to access that service, and the response time and the license they used, means are they using any proprietary license, or common means open source license, and report format. Report format, are they giving in the text or visual charts or normal CSV file, or they have any web plugin or web browser plugin? So here are the different accessibility tools from which we selected web accessibility tools, because it is having free access and it having a browser plugin, and it response time is very less. So our study, we collected all result here. This is a result of IIT, all IITs. So first column is shows means this name of the institute. Second, it shows the what are the errors. In errors, this errors are means a critical error that prevent screen reader to read the content from the website. And this is a second is this contrast error. This shows the combination of background, foreground and background. So here is the result of that one. So in paper, we just make average of that error here. So all IITs, NITs, and central universities, ISC have some problems in their website. Here's the,
Okay, I'm requesting Sheikh Afzal kindly conclude.
yes. So in based on our findings, we found that IITs have average of 54 errors in website. IIT Madras have only one error, and IIT Dharwad have maximum of 192 errors. And NIT, we have 52 average errors. In Central University, we only found the Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri National Sanskrit University don't have any errors, whereas Central University of Haryana have maximum 2096 errors. In conclusion, we can say that the web developer or web designer should consider these guidelines to make our website accessible to all users. They should follow the W3 is a recommendation. Over so much.
Hello.
Yes, over from my side. Any questions?
Okay. Thank you, Afzal, for your presentation. I'm requesting Dr. Khalil Ahmed kindly take over this.
Thank you, sir. I think it is related to your area. Please ask your questions, Pastor sir, because it gives the presentation on the related to the web.
Yeah. So my question is, how you have collected the data, Sheikh Afzal? How you have collected the data?
I collected it from the Ministry of Education.
Okay. Your voice is not clear.
Yeah, Ministry of Education.
Okay, fine.
Good afternoon, sir.
I have a
Good
question.
afternoon, everyone. Can I ask a question to Sheikh Afzal?
Yes, madam, please.
Yes, Sheikh Afzal, as you have presented, it was very good presentation. Whatever you have done, the literature review, whatever the survey you have done was very good. My question is, the errors you are finding for different universities or IITs, is these errors you are finding based on some testing scenarios, or just by using the data which you have entered? How these errors you are finding, how these errors are going to occur? How did you find these many errors, the percentage of errors?
Yes, madam. I use automated tool which
Just you can scroll back the slide of that errors one, last one, before the conclusion.
Oh, this one.
For respective IIT in Madras, these many errors have occurred. So how these errors you have managed it?
Actually, we have one tool, madam, called Web IM tool.
Yes. So from the tool,
Yes. From
have
that
you done
tool,
any? No. Have you done any? Have you taken any test cases? Have you taken any test cases scenarios to find these errors?
test cases means, madam, they are already defined some test cases. Based on that, we have concluded that this website have some problems with, regarding this.
Yes, I understood. I totally understood. What I was telling is like whenever you will be using these web-based homepage for particular university or particular IIT, you will find some test. These errors will be finding. These error will be finded by some test cases scenario only, na? So
Yes,
did
madam.
you find any test cases scenarios like if we enter any invalid detail, then what the error will be occurring and how you have calculated these type of errors?
Validation error, we don't get that one, but we can say that the image don't have the alternative text, or we have empty link in that website. We have some techniques.
Jish,
Yes, Sheikh Afzal.
Yeah, Sheikh Afzal, I ask you the last question.
Yes.
You find the errors of various universities. Did you find the error of the MANUU website?
Yes, sir.
How many errors have you find in the MANUU website?
Just one second. Yes, 78 errors.
Which type of errors? Could you please explain?
Yes, sir. Some images may not have this alternative text, and some may have this empty link.
Okay.
Means, they don't have any target.
Okay.
And some button. They don't have. Yes.
Yeah, please you show the list of the errors.
Yes, sure. Not working.
This is the already developed algorithm. Did you propose any algorithm, or
No,
what
sir.
will you apply in the future?
No, sir, just we are analyzing this existing thing. In future, we will propose. Yes, sir. 72 errors. So if we get click on details, we can get what type of error they have.
Okay.
What is your contribution in this?
I did only survey.
What?
The survey type of thing.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sheikh Afzal. Pastor sir, please conclude the session. I think hand over to the another session chair.
Sir, okay, I will conclude this. Unfortunately, we don't have the other session chairs here. Nusrat Fatima, madam. Nusrat madam.
Yes, sir.
आप यहाँ पर ही continue करेंगे, madam?
सर ब्रेक है नहीं सर, एक 10 मिनट नहीं. Shall we continue? I mean, अगर नहीं यार.
I think it is better you continue the session on this link. We can take the rest of the 5 minutes.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. On this link only we have to continue, sir. And second session chair is Mukim sir.
Yeah, sir. Madam, before that, I just want to give the vote of thanks
Sure, sure.
I, on behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Information Technology, first of all, I extend my most sincere thanks to the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. On my behalf, I extend a very heartily vote of thanks to today's session chair, Dr. Khalil Ahmed sir, who spared time from his busy schedule to grace the session. Thank you, sir, for gracing our crucial work and sharing with us your opinion and finding this present time. Sir, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Spa, sir.
I would like to thanks Professor Abdul Wahid sir, Dean School of Technology and Conference Chair, Dr. Pradeep Kumar sir, Associate Professor, Department of CS&IT and Session Convener, and Dr. Syed Imtiaz Hassan, Associate Professor and Head of the Department, MANUU. Uh, I would like to thank the organization committee member. I also extend thanks to my colleagues, faculty members, and students for their cooperation in this session. Let us, last but not the least, I would like to thank Director CIT staff, Director IMC, and all the technical staff for unconditional support during this online session. I thank you for being with us this time. It has been a great pleasure. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Khalil, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
I am handing over to Nusrat madam. Madam.
Yes, sir. Nair, we are having 5 minutes break, or shall we continue?
As per your convenience, ma'am, we will wait 5 minutes.
Okay. Break of 5 minutes.
Okay, but not
Mukim
to
sir.
miss anyone. Just
Madam, it's
Just
up to
ask.
you. You can continue. You can take 5 minute break. No issue.
Nice, sir. I mean, it's if you are comfortable, we'll continue. Not an issue.
I am comfortable, ma'am. No issue. You
Okay,
can call.
sir. Yes, sir. Then we'll start. We'll continue, sir. Nair.
Yes, yes, ma'am. We will wait here as a joined manner, but we will take 5 minute rest.
Okay, sure.
Not don't need to leave anyone. Thank you.
Sure. Please don't leave. Currently time is 3:25, so we'll join back at 3:30. Okay? 3:30 we'll start the second session. Thank you all. welcome back. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Sir, Mukim sir, everybody is there, I hope.
Yes, walaikum assalam. Good evening, madam.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, madam.
Shall we start, sir?
You can start, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A very good afternoon and a very warm welcome to one and all. I, Nusrat Fatima, on behalf of Department of CS&IT, welcome our session chair, Dr. Mukim Ahmed, Assistant Professor, Department of CSIT, MANUU. I feel honored and privileged to introduce you all about the professional life achievements of Mukim Ahmed sir. So Dr. Mukim Ahmed sir has his PhD from Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi, and has a vast experience of around 15 plus years in computer science field. His expertise is in database stream, semantic web, big data, and machine learning. Sir has published a book and has contributed to many international journals. Sir has been a part of national and international conferences and workshops. I heartily welcome all the eminent academicians, paper presenters, colleagues, students to this session. So with your kind permission, can I call the first paper presenter?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
So the first paper presentation of this session is by Salma Khatun, a dynamic ontology framework designed to provide interoperability in agriculture IoT. Salma, over to you. Salma, time is limited. We have 12 minutes of time for the conference proceedings, and then 3 minutes for question answer sessions. While your presentation is being done, please switch on your video, and over to you.
जी हाँ, अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैम. So, अस्सलाम वालेकुम everybody. This is P. Salma Khatun, and my paper is Dynamic Ontology Framework Design to Provide Interoperability in Agriculture IoT, and my co-author is Dr. Mukim Ahmed sir. These are the outline of the content that I am going to discuss. In order to interact a meaningful and accurate information from any particular domain with having an IoT setup, we need to develop an ontology. The ontology developed is in the format of .owl file. So we cannot use this OWL file directly in our web pages. We have to convert into a JavaScript object notation format, that is JSON format. So in our idea is in this paper we are going to provide an interface for an online updating of the OWL file. That is, it will take an OWL file and convert it into JSON file and ensure the interoperability in agriculture IoT. Objective, as I have already discussed, our idea is to provide an interface which will take OWL file as input and generate a JSON format file, and also whenever a new data key variable arrives, it will update our ontology automatically. Our proposed method, I'm not saying that there are no tools that are available which can convert OWL file to JSON file. So, but user has to be familiar with these tools. They have to install the tools. They have to install extra libraries. They have to make updation every time. They have to generate the file, and again they have to update in our web in their web page. Instead of that, in our web page we are directly providing an interface that will take an OWL file and convert it into JSON file. And also, whenever a new data arrives, whenever a new device arrives in our IoT setup, it will automatically update our ontology. So for that, we will first parse the OWL file. We first parse the OWL file from starting to ending, and we will extract the main keywords such as declaration tags, subclass of tags. For subclasses, we will extract from declaration tags. For main class, we will extract from declaration class, and for subclass, we will extract from subclass of class. So depending on this keyword, we will extract the main data and we will put in a structure format, which is nothing but in a JSON file. And also, whenever a new data arrives, we will again parse that data and we will add as a subclass whenever a new data arrives. So like this. So this is the experimental setup. These are the main keywords which are extracted from our OWL file. Suppose we are having here we are having here a main class as temperature, and we are having two subclasses temp and temper. So we can see here these are the three classes. Declaration is nothing but just we are declaring the classes, and subclass is nothing but we are declaring the relationship with the main class. See here we are declaring that temp is the subclass of main class temperature, and temper is the subclass of main class temperature. And from this we have extracted the temp and temper keyword which are under the main class temperature. So right side we can see here this is the JSON format in where temperature is the main class, and the subclass are temp and temper. So we have taken a small amount of code from a agriculture IoT data. See here in the left side we are seeing the OWL file. This is not the complete OWL file. We have extracted the main keywords, and depending upon this we are converting it into a JSON file. The right side we can see here this is the JSON format. Suppose two new data variables arise such as T and capital T. So we can see here T and capital T. We first declare it as classes, and we will add into the existing classes, and we again in right side we can see here we again add it as a subclass of main class temperature. We can see here in right side, see small t is added as a subclass of main class temperature, and here capital T is added as a main subclass of main class temperature. Again this OWL file is automatically updated, and again it will convert it into the JSON file. So this is the resulting JSON file. We can see here in our previous JSON file only two variables are available, temp and temper, and after the key are added the ontology is automatically updated in the OWL file itself, and in also the JSON format itself. See here the OWL data shows the addition of two new alternatives T and capital T. So conclusion, as I have already said, our paper presents an ontology framework. This is an idea, just an idea. I'm going to implement as an algorithm in my main research. We will pass an OWL file and convert it into a JSON data, and also whenever a new data arrives, it will automatically update our existing OWL file, and also it convert into the JSON file. Thank you.
Any doubts? Any questions for Salma?
Salma,
Yes, sir.
you created the main class temperature, and you also created the two subclass temp and the temper. So
Yeah,
my
yes.
question is that why did you create the subclass, alternate subclass temp and temper, and what is the difference between temp and temper?
Actually, sir, this is a part of my main research work, sir. Actually, in that, I'm talking about ontology, sir. For temperature data, we are having lot of taxonomies. Different kinds of service providers use different kinds of variables for any particular sensor reading data. Suppose we are taking a temperature sensor data. One service provider may use the variable as temp, another may use temperature, another will use T. So we are creating an ontology. We are creating a knowledge for our website, so that whenever a particular reading come with the label as T, with the label as temp, the our web page should able to understand that it is talking about temperature. Sir.
Okay, and temper? Only
Please,
you
sir,
explain the
proceed.
temp means temperature and the role of the subclass the temper.
Yes, sir. Can see here.
Yes. Temp
Uh,
and temper. What is the difference between temp and temper? What is the need of the two subclass, temp and temper? Or which type of data they read, temp and the temper?
just we are talking about the labels, sir, for a particular, suppose we are talking about a temperature sensor. This is the coding for a temperature sensor. So different kind of programmers will use different labels for a temperature reading. Suppose one programmer has used as a temp, another programmer has used as temper for reading of readings from temperature sensor. Suppose in our web page when we are going to implement this ontology, suppose different kind of service providers have set up the IoT devices, then we have to access that devices, that different devices from our web page. So our web page should able to understand that whenever a label comes as temps, it is talking about temperature, like that.
It is okay, fine, Salma. So for example, suppose we
Okay.
make some label, for example, spam emails. So a filter will check this mail is spam or not. So like that, my question is the similar. So
Huh.
what is it? You are telling the it will read that different type of the data. But
Huh.
so what is the difference between which type of data read the temp and which type of data will read the temper?
Actually, sir, for a web page, we are developing a knowledge base, sir. So, like a human and can able to understand that
Yes,
temp means
yes, Salma.
temperature.
I understood. I understood.
Yes, yes,
But
sir.
which type of data? What is the how will you differentiate the temp and the temper?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to get your point.
Okay,
Hello,
Salma.
बोलिए sir.
Okay, Salma. Please, ma'am, continue.
Okay, sir.
Salma,
Yes.
Salma
Sir.
tells her, Sar is asking the temper and temperature. There are
Yes, sir.
various type of temperatures. You know,
Yes, sir.
when
Yes.
you enter the temperature, that will be in the different formats, like
Yes, yes.
Kelvin, like
Yeah, foreign heat,
centigrades, like
centigrade.
that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
For that you have to make a ontology oriented. You know,
Yes, yes, sir.
so what is actually ontology? First of all, you have to define what is ontology and what is non-ontology based. We can say the storage, and what is the ontology based storage or knowledge base. Can you
Yes,
define?
yes.
Can you define what is the ontology base, knowledge base, or without ontology base, knowledge base you are doing?
No, sir. With
Hmm?
depending upon knowledge base, only we can
Hmm.
access the accurate data, sir. Without ontology, the web
Hmm.
page can't able to understand that the reading came to our web page is
Hmm.
talking about the temperature reading. Suppose
Hmm. You are
Salma,
going to integrate. You are going to integrate.
no, no, sir. I'm going to parse the data which comes across our website from an IoT setup.
सलमा या तो आप ऐसा कहिए जैसे टेम्प है टेम्प जो सेंटीग्रेड में करेगा टेम्पर फरेनहाइट
Hmm.
में करेगा या तो आप ऐसे कीजिए इनको कि टेम्पर मैंने इसलिए कहा है जो फरेनहाइट में आएगा उसको ये टेम्पर करेगा जो सेंटीग्रेड में आएगा वो हमारा टेम्प करेगा तो मेरा सवाल इस तरह का था कि किस तरह का आप करेंगे
एक्चुअली सर नॉलेज बेस मतलब डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ सर्विस प्रोवाइडर डिफरेंट तरह की प्रोग्रामिंग्स लिखते हैं तो जब डेटा किसी भी वेरिएबल में लेबल होके आएगा तो हमारे वेबसाइट शुड एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट ये लेबल का मतलब है इसकी रीडिंग ये है
तो आप उसको ट्रेंड तो करेंगे ना सलमा कि इस तरह का डेटा आएगा तो टेम्प में जाएगा इस तरह का डेटा
हाँ
आएगा तो टेम्पर में जाएगा और इस तरह का
राइट
डेटा आएगा तो वो दूसरी क्लास में जाएगा
यस
सब क्लास में जाएगा
यस सर ओके
दिस
सर
माय क्वेश्चन एक्चुअली तो वो
हाँ
आप नहीं
डिफरेंट
बता रही
काइंड्स
हैं
ऑफ
तो वो
हाँ
आपने
जब डिफरेंट
तो
काइंड्स ऑफ
आपने वो फिर डिफाइन नहीं करिए कि आपका सेंसर जो है किस तरह का डेटा आएगा उसको टेम्प रीड करेगा किस तरह का डेटा आएगा उसको टेम्पर रीड
ओके
करेगा
ओके सर सेंस जब कभी सेंटीग्रेड्स में आएगा तो टेम्प रीड करेगा जब कभी फॉरेन हीट्स में आएगा तो टेम्परेचर रीड करेगा तो
वही
डिफरेंट
तो मेरा
काइंड्स ऑफ
सवाल है वही
रीडिंग
तो
के
आपसे
लिए
पूछ रहा हूँ वो आपने नहीं बताया आई एम
ओके
आस्किंग यू
सर सॉरी सर सॉरी ओके
Salma, in what way or in what basis you are saying that your ontology oriented knowledge base is more efficient or more accurate than the syntax base on or without ontology base? Can you justify?
Yes, sir. Without ontology, the website is not able to access the data, sir. Is there is no accurate information. सपोज जब टी करके वेरिएबल आएगा तो हमारा वेबसाइट नहीं जान पाएगा कि ये टेम्परेचर की बात हो रही है या किसी भी और वेरिएबल की टेम्पररी वेरिएबल की बात हो रही है तो वी आर प्रोवाइडिंग ए नॉलेज बेस फॉर ए वेब पेज और ए वेब इंटरफेस दैट टी हियर इज नथिंग बट ए टेम्परेचर तो जब ये वैल्यू आपको नॉलेज बेस के थ्रू आएगी तो यू कैन एबल टू द डेटा इज कन्वर्टेड एज इंफॉर्मेशन एक इंफॉर्मेशन के तौर पर हमारे वेब पेज को अवेलेबल होगा
What is the significance of ontology?
सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ ऑन्टोलॉजी ऑन्टोलॉजी के थ्रू एक मीनिंगफुल एंड एक्यूरेट इन्फॉर्मेशन एक वेब पेज में नॉर्मली डेटा फ्लो होता है एक डेटा को हम इंफॉर्मेशन के इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हैं जब ऑन्टोलॉजी लगाएंगे डेटा इज कन्वर्टेड इनटू इंफॉर्मेशन ऑन्टोलॉजी इज नथिंग बट डेटा को एक दूसरे से कनेक्ट करना सपोज कोई भी वेरिएबल हो उसको किस किस तरह के लेबल्स होते हैं या ये वेरिएबल किसी और वेरिएबल से किस तरह कनेक्टेड है हम डेटा को एक्चुअली एक दूसरे से इंटरलिंक कर रहे हैं जब डेटा एक दूसरे से इंटरलिंक होगा इट इज ऑटोमेटिकली कन्वर्टेड इनटू इंफॉर्मेशन सो दैट इज द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ ऑन्टोलॉजी ऑन्टोलॉजी जब हम यूज करेंगे तो इंफॉर्मेशन, एक नॉलेज बेस हम प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं अपनी वेबसाइट के लिए. डेटा इज एक्चुअली कन्वर्टिंग इनटू एन इंफॉर्मेशन.
And what is the format of your knowledge base? Can you tell how you will make a ontology from your database?
एक्चुअली OWL फाइल में जनरेट होगा सर सारा ऑन्टोलॉजी.
So what will be there in all file? Can you tell?
ऑल फाइल के लिए जो सारा एग्रीकल्चर डोमेन में जो भी कॉन्सेप्ट्स, जो भी डेटा होता है वो
What
पूरा
will be schema? Actually, what will be the schema? Can you tell?
RDF schema sir. RDF schema.
Yes. What is RDF?
Resource description framework sir. Actually it is a set of triples, subject, predicate and object. हम डेटा को सब्जेक्ट, ऑब्जेक्ट और प्रेडिकेट 3 फॉर्मेट में एक दूसरे से लिंक कर रहे हैं. एक्चुअली इसका मतलब क्या है, इसकी ये किस से लिंक है, इसका यूज क्या है. तो एक्चुअली वी आर यूजिंग एन RDF सेट ऑफ ट्रिपल्स.
So how you will validate, or is there any process to validate your RDF?
RDF validation is nothing but we have to extract the data from the stored knowledge base. So अगर हम extract करेंगे data, अगर exactly extract होगा, that is the validation of our ontology.
Okay, here in your paper, how many parameters in terms of your sensors you use for agriculture data?
So actually, so this is in this paper I have projected only the ideal framework sir. Actually I'm implementing this practically.
I'm asking the what are the sensors you
Sensors, yeah,
used?
five sensors we have used. 5 sensors we are using sir. Temperature sensor, humidity sensor and light sensor, and also the pH sensor. So 5 sensors we are using sir.
What about the rain sensor? Is there any provision?
No sir, rain.
Significance of rain for your agriculture?
We are
percentage of rain.
Actually we are taking the humidity sensor sir. Humidity sensor itself will detect the moisture in our. Actually we are using 2 sensors, moisture sensor and humidity sensor. So it will help for checking the water level in our agriculture farms sir.
मैडम मेरे 2 बेसिक क्वेश्चंस थे, अगर आप अलाउ करें और मुतीम सर अलाउ करें.
हाँ बिल्कुल, श्योर.
Yes, can you fastly conclude that because we are running short of time, but definitely we'll go ahead with your question.
Only ask one question.
Okay sir, basic questions है सर, 2 questions. First question सर, जैसा मैम एक्सप्लेन कर रही हैं कि डिफरेंट क्या बोल सकते हैं, डिफरेंट टेम्प हो या कोई दूसरे नाम से हो, सेल्सियस हो या फ़ारेनहाइट टेम्परेचर से हो, आएगा उसी हिसाब से वो कैटेगराइज करेंगे. क्या एक जो सेंसर हम इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं वो ऑटोमेटिकली टेम्परेचर या फ़ारेनहाइट हमको निकाल कर देता है? पहला क्वेश्चन. दूसरा, लास्ट स्लाइड में मैम कुछ कंक्लूजन में कन्वर्टिंग टू JSNO बोली है, वो JSNO क्या है मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया.
नहीं सर, शायद वो नहीं JSON है सर, शायद वो बाय मिस्टेक आ गया होगा. एक्चुअली बाय मिस्टेक
है.
यही 2 ऑब्जर्वेशन सर.
हाँ, आप अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर, जैसा आप बता रहे हैं वो ऑटोमेटिकली टेम्परेचर रीड करेगा ही सर. हमारा ऑन्टोलॉजी डेवलप करने का मतलब ये नहीं कि हम उस सेंसर से डेटा को
नहीं मैम, आप समझे ना मेरी बात, वो रीड करेगा, सही बात है. जो सेंसर आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं क्या वो डायरेक्ट आपको टेम्परेचर सेल्सियस और फ़ारेनहाइट में देगा या कोई दूसरी वैल्यू में देगा?
सर डायरेक्टली जो सेंसर से डेटा आता है उसी में एक छोटी सी स्क्रीन होती है. इस तरह की सेंसर्स भी इस बार अवेलेबल हैं, तो एक्चुअली आपको रीडिंग दिख जाएगी. यहाँ पे सेंसर की रीडिंग डायरेक्टली ह्यूमन पढ़ सकता है, उसको हम अपने इंटरफेस से एक्सेस करेंगे. यहाँ पे हम ऑन्टोलॉजी इसलिए यूज कर रहे हैं कि जब कभी भी कोई भी सेंसर से डेटा आए, ह्यूमन तो पढ़ सकता है, ह्यूमन कैन अंडरस्टैंड, हमारे वेबसाइट के थ्रू वो डेटा एक्सेस कर सके. तो थ्रू माइक्रो कंट्रोलर वो इंफॉर्मेशन क्लाउड पर आएगी, उस क्लाउड से हम अपने वेब इंटरफेस से उसको हम एक्सेस करेंगे सर. आया सर? जी सर.
Okay madam, हाँ, please call to next presenter.
Okay, thank you so much.
You can ask later, है ना?
Okay,
if you have any. query.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Salma, for giving an excellent lecture. And currently, the next author is Hamza and Pradeep sir. So the title of the paper is
Excuse me, ma'am.
Unauthorized
Sorry for
Access.
interruption.
Yes.
Yeah, Hamza has been transferred already on the Zoom meeting.
Okay. So Suhail Yusufwani is available.
Suhail.
जी सर. Yes, yes.
Okay.
And one thing,
So
next candidate Sabahat Naz is available or not? Just
Sabahat Nas.
Not available.
Sabahat Nas.
I think
she's not there.
She is not available.
Okay, fine.
There is an announcement. We will finish fastly within 10 minutes, and then we will join.
Yes, 4 o'clock we have a valedictory
Yes.
session which we need to join on the Zoom meeting.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All the participants will join after the closing of
Yes,
this meeting.
after this.
For
So
validation.
Suhail Yusuf. So
Yes.
the next paper presenter is Suhail Yusufwani, and the title of the paper is Comparative Analysis of Various Machine Learning Algorithms for Prediction of Heart Diseases. I welcome Suhail Yusuf. So quickly, we just want you to finish it off.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Suhail Yusuf. I am here in this conference to present our research paper. The title of our research paper is Comparative Analysis of Various Machine Learning Algorithms for Prediction of Heart Disease. The authors of this paper are me, Suhail Yusufwani, Department of CS&IT, MANUU, Hyderabad, Dr. Majid Yusuf, Government Medical College, Anantnag, Professor Abdul Wahid, Dean, School of Technology, MANUU, Hyderabad. Before presenting my work, I want to give a short insight on application of machine learning in healthcare. Machine learning is
Suhail, directly come to your work.
Okay.
Okay.
No. Okay, sir.
We have due to lack of time, you directly come to your work.
Sure. Actually, sir, we have utilized many machine learning algorithms to predict the cardiovascular disease in a particular person. For that, we have trained different machine learning algorithms like logistic regression, K-nest, neighbor, random forest, decision tree, Ada booster classifier, naive Bayesian. Actually, these are 7 classifiers we have used for the classification or a prediction of machine learning heart disease in a particular person. These are the accuracies you can see on the screen. These are accuracies of these algorithms. Like the result is predicted that the most accurate and the convenient algorithm which we found useful in this prediction evidence have heart disease in an individual is random forest with the accuracy of 99.67. It's a little survey I want to skip that. These are the definition of these algorithm we have used in our work. I want to skim as well these things. This is the data, so I have gathered the data. This is actually a UCI repository, in which UCI machine, and this is a link of this data set. These are features we have extracted from this data set. Seconds, just actually there are 14 features we have extracted for our analysis or training purposes. The paper involves analysis of heart disease patient data set with proper data processing. Then 7 models were trained and tested with maximum scores as follows. K-nest neighbor has an accuracy of 87.79. Decision tree has a 83% accuracy. Logistic regression has 83. Naive Bayesian has a 83.5. Random forest has 99.67 accuracy. Ada classifier 92. Bagging classifier 97. All the data is available on the GitHub, data as well as result and the code. Anyone can go and gather this data from here. This is actually our repository at GitHub. the code is given here, the result is given here. Anyone can modify this code. Anyone can proceed with this code or improve this code. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Any doubts? Any queries for Suhail? Well, that was a very quick paper presented by Suhail Wani. So,
Suhail.
one.
Yes, sir.
Madam,
Yes,
you
sir.
continue, ma'am. What you are saying?
No,
What you are
sir,
saying,
I
madam,
mean,
you continue.
any queries? If anyone
Okay,
has
okay,
any
okay.
queries, you can proceed.
Okay, okay.
Otherwise, I'll just give vote
Any
of thanks
query
and
from
we'll quickly
audience?
join Zoom.
Any query from audience? So, Suhail?
I think we don't have any queries.
Suhail? Hello,
Yes,
Suhail?
yes,
What
yes,
is the
sir.
size of your data set on which you
Yes.
applied your all these algorithms?
There are three tuples actually.
303 tuples.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is too short.
There is the only repository available on the UCS, sir. And most of the authors of the papers
And which feature selection technique you used for that?
Actually, there are only 14 features for the scaling up feature selection. I
am asking the feature selection techniques. Which feature selection technique you use for that?
What I'm saying, sir, there are only 14 features in the data set. Only 14. That all features I have used it for the scaling, or you can say feature. You can say feature scaling kind of a thing.
No, I am asking feature selection technique. What are the different feature selection techniques? Do you know?
No idea, sir, but I have not used any feature selection technique here.
You have to use the feature selection techniques also. How you will find out your performance? Huh?
Yes, that is a problem.
How you find your performance?
Actually, I have did, sir, feature scaling here.
Feature scaling.
Yes, sir. I have used all the for selection. I have not used any algorithm like for scaling. I have used like Somato algorithm for scaling of the data, the features actually.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Okay
then.
Due to lack of time,
Thank you.
If anyone
Yes.
have any question, can ask.
Once again, a reminder call if Sabahat is available. Sabahat is not there, right? So thank you so much, Suhail Wani. So with your all cooperation, I thank our session chair, Dr. Mukim Ahmed sir, for generously accepting the invitation of chairing the session and contributing your valuable time. Lastly, finally, I extend my sincere thanks to Professor Abdul Wahid sir, Dean, Head of the Department, Dr. Syed Imtiaz Hassan sir, Dr. Pradeep Kumar sir, conference convener, for giving me an opportunity to be the part of the conference. Thank you one and all. So I request all of you to join the Zoom link which is being provided so that we can go for the validatory session.
Okay,
thank you. Thank you,
Thank
madam.
you so much. And one more thing I want to add is this is our first conference of our school which is completely going online, which is as part of the government norms and because of this COVID-19 pandemic. So I request you all to stay home, stay safe and make effective use of the technology.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
This is the second one who is conducted as a virtual, but the first one is already conducted 2 years back. National conference, same.
Yes, 2 years back we had a national conference, but this year this is the first national conference which is virtually done.
Virtual national
conference.
First
virtual conference.
We will need to conduct offline mode also, and we will conduct an international conference also.
Inshallah.
My first experience to host and support for a technical, all the things provided by my supervisor also, Dr. Pradeep Kumar, and all the teachers of the MANUU. Thank you.
Yes. A big credit to all CS&IT department for making this event a very successful event.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
even during this pandemic. Thank you so much. Request you all to join the Zoom meeting so that we can proceed for the valedictory session.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.